Hello historians, you have watched a video about the Columbian Exchange and then you answered each question. I wanted to make sure that you have the correct information. Your answers don't have to be exactly like mine, but they should be pretty close. And if you are missing information, I'd like for you to add the information to your notebook. So the first question says, what was the Columbian Exchange? The Columbian Exchange, according to the video, was a process of transferring plants, animals, microbes, and people across the Atlantic in both directions. So if you don't have something that is really close to that answer, I'd like for you to make changes or add to your answer. Next it says, what items were transported between the New and Old World? And it does say items, so it's more than one. And so I listed new crops, microbes, pests, cattle, sheep, pigs, sugar, grapes, tomato, corn, potatoes, cassava. You might have something different. I'd like for you to have at least 5. So I'd like for you to have at least 5. There were more than 5. There was a map on the video that showed what was going from the New World to the Old World and from the Old to the New. And so you might have something different, but please have at least 5 items. It says, how did the Columbian Exchange impact or change the New World? It says to include 2 details. Now, I think some of my answer might be how it impacted the Old World, but I also have details about the New World. So this is wanting to know, how did it change the New World? So my first example actually impacts the Old World, so you probably don't have it written down and you don't need to write it. I said one impact is an increase in population in Europe and Africa. That would have been the Old World. This is an impact in the New World. So horses helped Native Americans hunt. So before the Columbian Exchange, there were not any horses in the New World. And so Europeans brought horses, and that helped because Native Americans don't have to walk everywhere. And so horses were helpful to Native Americans in hunting. A negative impact was that from the Old World, people brought pigs. So it's, I don't know, interesting to think about. There was a time where there weren't pigs here, but they did bring pigs, and the pigs ended up being pests. There were a lot of them, and they were roaming everywhere and eating the Native American crops, and were a problem. So that is another way that the New World was impacted. And another negative impact is that Europeans brought diseases. In 100 years, 90% of the people in the New World died from disease. 5th graders, 90%. Think about how close 90 is to 100. So almost all of the people in the New World in that 100 years died because of the diseases that were brought from Europeans. So that's the information on the Columbian Exchange. You should have information in your notes to show me that you are watching the video, that you watched the video, and you understand the information.